Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
What's up? What's good? Welcome into the Joe Lockett Show. I am Nephew. He is out, and I am him. And you're tuning into the JLS on the LIM. Okay. With that being said, I need to let you guys know, please check out Coffee and Conversations. It's been getting lit lately, and that's a lot coming from me. Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Wow.
It's been getting lit lately, and your boy, you can't compliment him too much. You gotta give
Wait
him
a minute.
You gotta give him a compliment on the side with some salt. You feel me?
Wow.
Like yeah, or whatever, because he's gonna get too big headed. You feel me? You gotta humble him a little bit. But yeah, it's been getting good a little bit. It's been getting good. It's been getting good. So make sure to please tune in to that. Yo, man. Before we go any further, I have to remind you guys, you know what it is. It is housekeeping. Make sure that you clean up the house. The best way to clean up the house with us over here at the LIM is to make sure that you do like, share, subscribe, follow on all social media platforms that you see the LIM. Okay, whether that's Facebook on our pages, whether that's YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube crowd. Twitch is getting lit. Okay. Shout out to the Twitch over there with LIM Gaming. We getting lit over there. And also shout out to X, formerly known as Twitter. Make sure that you do like, share, subscribe, and follow on all of those platforms. That way you stay locked in. Okay. Got to bring in the people of the hour, especially the woman. I mean, we got the old here. We know he here. But how are you? How you been doing, Miss Denise?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I had a good day today. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty spiffy. Ready to go home though, but I'm pretty spiffy. How was your day?
It was cool. It was long, but it was cool.
All right, that's what's up. We got a little bit to talk about. We got a little bit to talk about. I'm not gonna lie. Gotta resurface on some topics because folks, it's not out of the news yet. Thought it would have been by this time, but nah. They gonna hit that
Shannon
DJ
Sharp?
Khaled, another one.
Shannon Sharp.
Oh yeah. Uncle Shay Shay still in the news. Shay Shay still in the news. In fact, he called another case. So we're gonna talk about that. We also gonna talk about a few folks that have been having commentary on Shannon Sharp and how things have been going with that. Got to get back onto the Shedeur Sanders situation. Got to talk about our president because he told us everything good, y'all. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and get this queued up.
Well, you got no TV?
Oh, snap. Show didn't put it on the TV. God dog it.
Is this it right here?
Hmm?
What's this?
No. That's not it right now. Oh. I sure didn't put those TV on.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all would have been seeing the dark screen.
So what we talking about today?
Got the Shedeur Sanders thing. Got to talk about Uncle Shay Shay and his losing of endorsements followed by a lawsuit. And then we got to get on Mr. Prezi.
Oh, Mr. President.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Prezi.
You know, I was looking for the book that Yakinia gave me. And I don't know where it is, but she did a great job on the show. They want to thank her for stopping by.
Is it not on the counter in the kitchen?
That's the book from last week. I don't know.
I saw it somewhere.
I saw it somewhere too, but it's on there. I post later. But I want to thank Yakinia Marie for coming on to Coffees and Conversation today. A very good, enlightening conversation. She taught me some stuff about the Bible, Denise.
You know he a heathen, so take that with a grain of salt.
You still mad at me, mama?
Mm.
But look at her. She still got her lips pursed over there, right? Like hey, look at like she's holding her because she got a nice little tattoo, like she don't want to talk to me and stuff.
No,
You just mad at your
right now.
You just mad at your little brother and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go, hey y'all, hey, she.
I am not mad with you.
Nephew, it's a
Oh,
family
God.
feud going on up in here. I'm Steve Harvey, and I'm losing.
You said she taught you something about the Bible. I'm not gonna say anything. We
It's
don't
okay.
talk about the
No,
Bible.
but
when
she,
it comes
but
to you.
did she not? Nephew today.
Just stay out of it, nephew.
Nephew was there.
Nephew, stay out of it.
No, did you? I know you probably busy. You probably getting a tattoo in your. Did you get your tattoo?
No, I was in the office, like seriously. I had
You've been working a lot later, yeah. But when you get your tattoo?
maybe like 45 minutes before I got
Well,
like 30 minutes before I got here.
Yeah,
Are
because
you
that's what I thought. Because I don't know nothing about tattoos, but if they wrapped up, that's usually they fresh.
It's swollen. Mhm.
that's
And I
crazy.
don't do
And you
numbing
used to it
cream,
though.
so-
But you used to ink.
Mhm.
Because if you got some in some places that you want to talk about, right? You used to that ink, so that don't hurt.
No, I don't
What's
have
what's the most painful one?
none of them. The only issue was when I got the really big cage, I used numbing cream. I would never do that again. I don't suggest you do that.
Yeah,
What happened to them?
Because when it
Mhm.
woke up,
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Yeah,
It
just
was
go ahead,
so-
get the pain out now.
Yeah.
We'll be fine later.
Get
It was
used to
so
it.
bad. It was like having surgery and then that pain med, like it was
They said the one
so
in the
bad.
back hurt.
No, I got my back is all tatted up. It didn't hurt at all.
But is it on sections of the back?
I
So the most painful, and I will not do it. And I know a lot of people with tats, and I was told the feet. And I guess it's because all your nerves are really in it.
mhm.
But I will not do that. And I know people who like
I started to get the
A lot.
Mike Tyson tattoo.
for what?
I don't know. I just thought
You ain't
about
get
it.
no damn tattoo.
He was going through a phase.
I just got divorced. Hey, Denise, what about after my divorce? I came with the Mike Tyson tattoo. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Joe,
Ain't Denise.
Joe
Denise, how you doing?
Joe found himself before he did.
I'm glad he did. Shit.
Nate Dogg said, "Hey, it's good hearing you, Miss D." Nate Dogg said, "Hey."
Of course,
Hey.
Nate Dog. Of course. He don't
Nate
even
Dogg-
say hey to us.
Nate Dogg trying to suck up and shit.
No, he don't even say what's up to us no more.
Hold on. He don't come on to Wednesdays. Hopefully that he get a chance to see Denise and shit.
Mm,
Right?
That's crazy.
He be trying to look at them thighs.
No.
He be looking, yeah.
No, because he hadn't been on a Wednesday. I hadn't heard his name.
He went on there.
You can't see him.
No, I'm saying
He be every Wednesday that you have your show, he's on. Let me tell you that
so
every
he don't
Wednesday that you
speak on
huh?
Wednesdays then?
On Wednesdays,
I said he don't speak then. 'Cause
he
you said
does. He
said
be
him-
doing your show. I mean, he does. But Nate
Oh.
Dogg always, when your show is on, he lit. He be like maybe the first or second motherfucker on now. Let me just tell you the truth, right?
Ask him how did he like last week.
Nate Dogg, leave me alone. I ain't leaving you alone. There you go. There she is, Nate. Yeah, what you want to ask me, Denise?
How did you like last
Everybody
week?
loved last week.
Really?
Yeah, last week was.
What?
Hey, I thought I was I thought I'm gonna say this. The person
We
who's gonna
love-
take
thank
over
you.
you know something, nephew. The person who probably gonna have the wildest and the most craziest show now, besides Joe Like since Joe Like show is the left. I trained you well, baby.
You
You-
actually did.
Hold on, nephew. What
You
can I
did.
say to
You
nephew?
did.
She always said you hung around me too long, right? What you say about her ass? Hey, I had the Love Hate Debate show, right? Exactly, but the Joe Lockett show that went away. But God damn it, you got Women's Wednesday with Denise. Oh, it's in the building now. God damn it. Hey,
I
listen.
can't wait till next week.
Oh, that's part 2. ain't it?
What
No, that's not part 2. Because part 2, I have
what we doing next week? What you doing next week?
oh, I'll let you know.
See, I don't like that smile, nephew.
I like interesting things and I like doing what people talk about and what's going on. So
I just say
bring
this.
things
I had more
in.
people talk to me about threesomes and open relationships than I cared to do because nobody was trying to ask. They wanted me to join in. They didn't want to talk to me about it.
Thank you, Bridget. Thanks, Nate.
They ain't want you joining?
No, nobody. Because I'm sitting there listening. I'm waiting for my invitation. I ain't getting no invitations, right?
No.
Everybody just wanted to talk to me about it. I ain't crew. I'm just talking about
Oh.
other people that watch the show.
Really?
Right? They want to talk to me about it. I'm like, do y'all not understand?
I
those?
actually got people to hit me up like, "Can I please come on? I want to talk." I didn't know so many people were
Oh, your
into
show,
that.
your show be lit.
But
Yeah.
I didn't know so many people were into that.
Man, listen, the folks that you think that ain't got that listen, it's a lot of open stuff out there. Let me just say.
Well, you know, the thing is, it is, and a lot of people feel like, "Oh, that's just so wrong." But who is wrong to who? You know,
It ain't
just
wrong to
because
me.
you don't do it, and a lot of people are in it, just don't know it. A lot of people are in it who don't want other people to know they're in it. If you know your dude cheating, I'm not leaving him. No, I'm married. You in an upper fucking relationship.
yeah.
If you are the other woman, I mean, it's different, you know. But again, everything is not for everybody, and I hate when people are judgmental
Uh-huh.
because really everybody can be judged.
And,
I
and let
don't-
me do this. I'm gonna kiss up to Denise a little bit. You know what I'm
What?
saying? Because my baby was mad at me earlier today. You know what I'm
Dude, go to hell, man. I'm hurting, and I like okay.
saying? I understand, but
I don't
no,
have
but
no
no,
pills,
but-
so you can't
but-
take anything when you getting it because it'll bleed. Like you'll bleed it.
But I want to say this to
Shit.
you.
Mhm,
Your show,
mhm.
you're doing a good job, man. You know, I don't give out compliments very lightly. So I got to say that you come up with your own topics. You go out and you research your own people. And what I do love about this is off camera shit though. She policed the studio and she makes sure everybody clean up and get the hell up out the studio, right? I love that. I love that because she don't want to hear my mouth later on, but I love that.
Don't.
Hey, nephew,
don't.
she stood there by the door. Hey, you come on. Hey, you come on. Hey, put that. Listen, put that up. Put it down. Put it down and get the hell out.
If
We
you're my
going.
guest, though, it's like you come to my crib. Well, no, let me put this out here. Nobody is allowed or welcomed to my house ever again
Wait,
since
what?
I've seen Sinners.
Really? Oh
Nope.
You got to invite them. You got to invite them.
Right. That's why I'm not inviting anybody
Okay.
because I don't know who is no.
All you gotta do is
Nope.
but you guys all you gotta do is give them some garlic.
No, I'm good, love.
Okay.
I'm good because I don't want to put my hand out the door. A lot of people hadn't watched it, so
Yeah.
You slyways spoiling stuff.
nope, I'm good.
I mean, I saw it. I saw it and then it was all right.
I loved it. You're
Wait,
the
you
very
saw it
first
too, though?
person.
Yeah, I saw it.
You're the very first person to say it was alright. I'm going to see that shit again.
No, but see, reason why I'm saying it's okay because where I am in my life, I don't want to get a story away, but where I am, I don't want to see that kind of storyline.
So this is my thing, and I
Uh-huh.
really like how he brought the past, the future,
He did
and the
really
present,
good. It was
the
put together.
music.
Yeah,
That
everything.
piece right there was really
It's brilliantly put together.
it was perfect. I
Mhm.
love how he mixed that. But that's an analytical piece in
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I love that.
No, I think everybody because when you sit there and listen to the part that we're talking about, he did his. The movie was well scripted, well put together,
it
well
was.
cast. Michael B. Jordan did his thing.
He did it.
He I'm gonna say because he played two parts in there. And I'm gonna say
And that's what I mean when I say I want a pair of Jordans. Shit.
But when I saw, but when I because I can say, could he pull it off?
He
The
did
role
good.
that he played in that movie,
he did really good.
he did a good job.
He did.
Now, did he convince me of what? Did he turn to a Denzel to a Malcolm? No. But did he pull that role off that he did? Yes, he did a damn good job.
You don't do that after every.
No. But you
I
remember I asked
feel,
you.
man. He's
a great
No, but I asked
actor.
you, could he transform into something and make me believe the character that he was in? The role that he played in that movie, when people see it, he did a damn good job.
I'm gonna tell you honestly,
Uh-huh.
he had me for a minute. I'm like, wait, damn, he got another brother for real. I didn't know he had a. Oh,
You can't get a
dang,
story. You
I
can't
be
get a story. Up.
forgetting. My bad. I'm gonna go again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go again.
I'm
I
trying to
loved
ignore
it.
y'all,
Yeah,
but
I loved it.
It's losing.
It's okay. It's nothing we can. You have to watch it.
No, even
you
when
have
you
to
watch
watch
the
it.
movie, like I said, it was a great movie.
it was really good.
It was
And
really
don't just want to put it out there. Do not get up. And that was the crazy thing.
good.
Most of the time,
yes, at the end, do not get up. Stay all the way to the end. Stay all the way to the end.
but
Stay
the
all the way
thing
through
is,
the credits.
the theater was packed, every seat.
Yeah.
That's why I get
and
that
this,
little. I have an
it was packed
AMC
during the weekday
thing.
when I saw it.
Well, I have an AMC thing, so I get the free. So I'll buy seats because I don't like nobody sitting next to me. But well, because it's free for me. Anyway, I don't.
He took
So-
me one time.
Hold
but
on,
she's
you ain't
very-
just gonna say that off the.
She's very, but she's very.
I like.
This is why me and her butt heads. Damn, you know,
I don't like
because Denise is
people.
Denise
I
and
don't
Joe
like
is
people.
Joe.
Wait, hold on. Just give me a second, Joe.
Anyway,
You buy 2 extra seats.
so this
just
is the
so
thing.
that?
I get my picture. Maybe my movies are free.
Okay.
So I would buy an extra, and it's a discount for me because I'm a
Reward member.
Yeah, with
Okay.
AMC. So I will get that and then have another one because I don't want nobody by me. And I like to put my feet up, and I don't want you right next to me. Like, no, no,
You don't know.
You be in the movie
But you see-
theater chilling.
What?
Now go back to the knee shot, nephew. You see that? I want to get a picture. No, not just that, but I want to get a plan or something to put in that area. Where you at right there?
Oh,
Yeah, we need to do something. I want to do something right there. So I need you to come up with your creativity.
I
Because
am.
this part of the set here,
You
I
know
want
what?
to change it.
I am.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna be really pretty like yours
Okay.
on Wednesday.
Okay.
So
Oh, you get one of these? You got one of these?
I want one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I was gonna talk to you about that too.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway.
Okay, we got
What's
you,
wrong?
baby.
So nobody got up. Like when the critics, like nobody got up. And it was like, God, man, it's off already. Glad we didn't. But nobody got up. Normally in a movie, people get
I
like,
think a
"Oh,
lot of people have been
man."
telling folks that because I was finna get
I
up.
didn't know.
I was finna get up and then I seen everybody sitting there and they're like, hey, you mean I want to leave yet? But I'm gonna tell you something that I didn't know
Nobody said it to me.
because
just
I
didn't
don't go
wanna
to
get up.
movies, right?
What you
I
do?
felt so old
What the
before
hell?
we get into the news, y'all.
What did
I
you do?
went to the movies to pay for my movie ticket, right? And so I didn't know when you go to the concessionary stands, they got touch screens now.
Where did you go?
Summit. I was at the Summit.
I don't do the Summit. They're kind of low class for me because
I'm just saying that's the time that I had to go. I went to the
and they
Summit.
bring you your stuff.
No.
and everything?
No.
They don't?
Nah, they don't
No.
do that. though.
When
They don't?
when I went to the Summit, usually the last time I went to the movies, I told the guy I wanted the popcorn. He fixed my popcorn. I paid him, right? So I didn't know they had the touch screen at the thing. So I was just standing at the counter, right? And they had this thing up here, right? And so the screen, and it's just sitting there looking at me, right? I'm looking at the screen, I ain't see nothing on it. So I put my card in there, right? And I'm like, okay, I guess something gonna pop on. I felt so bad, y'all. This is no shit.
I wouldn't have
This
done that.
this okay, I didn't.
I know. I didn't know
Right.
it was like that over there.
So the young lady that was sitting next to me seen me struggling, right? She walked over to me. She said, "Sir," that made me feel even worse, right? she said, "Sir, pull your. I'm not want to take it, but pull your card out." She said, "Just touch the screen."
Did you tell her, hey, nephew, did you tell her, I'm 54. I'm 54. I'm 54.
I'm a grown ass man. I'm
54.
54 years old.
Grown
Hey,
ass
I ain't
man
know
don't know how
no
to
touch
Hey,
screen.
I did literally say, I said, you know something? I'm showing my age here. I
Yeah.
said,
You didn't
so-
tell her you 55?
I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I didn't. I told her I was 55. but listen, man. I
My
felt,
daddy know that, and he's 66.
but that's good. That's good, man. Everybody know my age now. But you know something? Like I said, I did not know movies. It done changed, bro. And so you tap the screen now, and then she was like, because I'm looking at all these different. Because it's like, when you in a moment, you sort of kind of like panic when you don't know something, right?
Mhm.
And so it's like,
You
okay,
can.
what did I do next? Right. So because now you're trying to read and see if I touch this, what's going to happen, because they had the burgers and all this other stuff up there, right?
Oh, you got to do all that?
Yeah, it got a list of all the stuff that they have. So when you touch it, then it expands to another screen. Right?
See, that's too long.
Right?
That's too long.
Right?
I
So
had a patience
so
for that.
because then they got the combo thing that if you push it, if you push one, the combo, the whatever comes out, you come out with the can, whatever, right? You want a large, all the different sizes with all that pops out, right? So I'm sitting there trying to read. She said, "Sir, what do you want?" I said, "That's what
I didn't ask you that.
I said, I want some popcorn.
Taking too
I said, I just want
long.
Mel Russell. Hey, no, it was empty, but she said, "Tip, tip, tip." And she said, "Now you put your card in, sir." And I said, "Thank you so much."
They didn't have. Okay.
That's
yeah, I don't. Go over there.
that's my old man story.
So when you go with me, you don't do that. And if you order something to eat, they bring it to you.
Uh-huh.
We don't do all that. I don't go.
And then I
went
bought
there
an alcohol, and it was $19.
Shit, you can buy a piece of candy and it's 50. But I have a
pretty,
point.
pretty much.
Let me say this,
Pretty
bro.
much. At the
I
movie.
damn near spent $100
I got
to go
two.
see
I had two
to go see
two bags
Sinners.
of candy and a slushie and a slushie. that came to $41 and some change.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you know something? I told myself, your black ass too goddamn expensive, bro. We ain't doing this no more. Listen, I told myself,
You went by yourself?
Yeah.
Why you didn't go to the one in Patton Creek?
The time that I needed to because of my schedule, that was the one that had the time that I could actually go see it.
Yeah, he went after work.
Yeah, because I have to do shift change and stuff like that. So when I got my shift changes, right, it was like 8:45. So my shift changes, it ends at 8. So that was the closest time that I could actually get to go see it when I'm off, when I got some time, because I don't have time during the daytime.
Well, you can go with me to see Final Destination.
He ain't gonna do that.
I go with that. No, we go together. We've been to the movie together. Yeah, we go to the movies together. We've been there.
Nah.
We went to go see Bad Boys.
What's that? Yeah, sure.
We went to go see Bad Boys together. She took me to see Bad Boys.
That's not what I'm on.
Matter of fact,
so you a Final Destination fan?
If I'm going with my baby.
But have you seen the preview?
The preview is crazy.
But Final Destination, what is Final Destination?
Preview is crazy.
Is Final Destination? That's the one where
my dumb ass. I didn't know my very first flight. Final Destination had come out. I was flying. I was catching a flight the following day. I did not know that the Final Destination had a plane to blow up in the movie.
So that the Final Destination is the one when the people sit
on the
and
plane.
people and they pass and they yeah. I know that. Yeah, I follow that. Yeah.
But this one right here.
That's been a long time since they came out though.
This one right here.
Yeah.
That trailer is off the hook. Yes. And the other one. It's another. I know what you did last summer. Did you see that?
I seen it. I'm not so.
I'm gonna see that one too. I love movies, so that's my woo-saw.
Me time.
Because when you're in a movie, you're so focused in the movie. It's loud. You don't know what's going on the outside. My phone is off.
Yeah.
And so that's how my brain just kind of
shuts down.
Other than that, it's on the go every day, all day. I wake up at 2 in the morning.
Very movie courteous. I like that. I like that. You're movie courteous. A lot of folks don't turn their brightness down. They don't even turn it off. And now they
that pisses me off. The girl, it was a girl sitting. It was one time I went and she kept looking at her phone. And of course, it's dark. I got up. I went over. I said, "Hey, you do that again." And she said, "Oh, stop. That's just rude as shit." Like, I
got up.
Damn, I did. Because I'm gonna go out and get somebody. I'm like, "Hey, you do that again." "Oh, I'm sorry." And then these kids were in there this last time. And when we got up to actually leave, the little seat was still out because we've been reclining stuff.
Yeah.
And he had his shoes right there. Now the other people, they just kind of walking around him. I stopped. Get your shoes up. Pull your cherry. I mean, I felt like a mom, and he did it. Like, but I'm not gonna walk around that shit. Like, you see everybody moving, getting up, and you got it, and people trying to scoot around. I'm not doing that. Where your mama at? I'm sorry. I mean, it was just.
Hey, if you her man, you're gonna get your ass whooped in the movie theater. Fuck around with Denise.
Hold on now. You can't say too much. They walking you to the seat.
Who walking who to the seat?
Sir, this is no, you're sir. After you get done paying for your meal, make sure you go to this seat.
Now, one thing you better not do though is seriously in the movie theater, you can't sit in nobody else's seats because when they selling seats, they selling like sessions at a time till they get filled up.
So
you just can't fit anywhere.
Catch a fade.
You actually go on and you.
And you go in and you punch in what you want.
Your seat. That's how I said I always do. Where
when I went, I wasn't able to reserve, but it was a little screen that you tapped on the thing.
That's reserving,
right? Yeah. Well, you reserved it. I reserved it at the window.
Yeah. It's just I don't pay for it. You kind of puts it in your ticket.
Yeah.
But I do it from wherever I'm at. And what I do is if I'll look at it right before, and I'm like, oh shit, nope, somebody send this to me. Let me unclick that one, put it over. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because where I was sitting. Because they only have a few seats left, but they force you to sit in certain area because they want it to be a confined area. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about not the one where I go.
What I did yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Yeah,
Monday. Well, you're gonna have to go more often.
I don't like movies. I don't have time for them. But
so
everybody,
you're not gonna go with me?
Huh? But people talk. Everybody was. The reason why I went to that movie honestly was to support.
It was a good movie, but you're not gonna go with me to see.
I go with you. I go with you, but I don't go to a lot of movies, right? Because I don't really have a lot of time, and I don't want to be sitting in a movie for almost 2 hours. when I can see it later on when it comes on whatever pay-per-view if I would want to see it. What is Shamel saying?
No, she just said she was talking about the prices of the stuff, and then she got on to Final Destination. She didn't know it was another one out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm with you. It came
Yeah.
out of left field for me too.
I already reserved all my stuff on like to ping me when it's time to what after the show. Tell me your off days.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me tell you that off though.
Yeah, what else?
All right, guys. Let's get ready to get into the Cliffside news today. What we got?
All right, let's go ahead and get it cracking.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's cliffhangers.
Love it. I just love it.
All righty. First things first, when we get
that's why
off
you're
with
drinking
the
today.
news, got to get into
Ninja.
some NBA news. Get the sports out the way because we had a fight last night.
A fight.
They got the fighting like for real, for real.
So, fisticuffs happened in an NBA game. Didn't think I was gonna actually see that for real, because usually y'all nuck if you buck, and you never really buck. So I didn't expect it to go like this, but yeah. It got a little bit physical between some players and parents over at the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Indiana Pacers. Milwaukee leading the series, by the way, and they also put the smackdown in Game 5 that made it disgusting, like 140 type of smackdown. So after the game, literally right after, there was words being exchanged with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Y'all got to stop playing with the Mavericks. Okay. Hey, I don't know if you ain't heard, but maybe that ain't the one, especially if he built like Giannis. They call him the Greek freak for a reason. So somebody came up and got a little brazen with Giannis. Come to find out, the person that did that was Tyrese Halliburton's daddy. Good guy. And all hell broke loose. Literally between, of course, Halliburton, because, what's going on? First thing I see is the dude I just played is knucking up at my dad. Oh, you got me. And then you got the players getting involved because you ain't going to touch him and I ain't going to say nothing. Then you got folks that just want to prove a point because we in the NBA, y'all soft. So when we look at that, we was like, oh, okay. Oh. And it got to a point where Giannis started running to the other locker room, and from there it really boiled over in the news. Now, Tyrese Halliburton has since, literally after the thing during the press conference, he acknowledged that his dad was in the wrong and that that was completely uncalled for and easily avoided. But he sent out his respect to the other team, and literally he took ownership when he probably didn't have to. So with that being said, there was a lot of commentary around it. I know they was talking about it on First Take, so I'm gonna let them get their takes in, and then
Sean,
react with you. No. We're gonna get on Shay. We're gonna get on Shay. But I'm gonna let them get on theirs. I'm gonna let them get it out.
Classy even in defeat. The whole thing was embarrassing. And what reminded me a bit of Stephen A. is we were talking about the Ulbrich situation. Remember who pranked Deion Sanders' son? And how that son reflected so poorly on the father. This is that same situation. It's going to have people looking at Tyrese sideways as well, whether it's fair or not. It is, Stephen A.
No, it's not.
Whether it's fair, it does.
Not. You are wrong. Nobody's looking at Tyrese Halliburton wrong. Nobody. He couldn't have handled it more perfectly. Nobody's looking at him. They're looking at his dad. His dad did this. This is Tyrese Halliburton.
Even if your family's decisions can sometimes reflect poorly on you.
Not in this case.
That is your opinion.
Not in this case.
promise you,
And I'm
not
telling you,
everybody.
you're dead wrong.
Okay, so you're saying everyone, no
Everybody.
one's looking at it.
Nobody. Why would anybody look at Tyrese Halliburton, Molly? Why? He goes up, he finds out what happens. He goes on national television and says, my dad was wrong. Why would anybody look at Tyrese Halliburton wrong? Why?
I don't know. Maybe because he was chirping the whole season as well, and his father's an extension.
You ain't
of
gotta
him.
talk to me
I'm
just as long as
telling
you love me.
It's your opinion.
A child is
You gotta talk to me.
A child is an extension. So in other words, the child is an extension of his father. And because his
You're
father
making a
did that,
blanket statement. You're saying that no one, you don't know that. You haven't spoken to every single
well, you don't know either.
opinion. Pete,
Now I want to see what you guys take on it before I go in. Do you think Buddy was out a source or out or wrong on that?
Well, first, I just don't like Stephen A. I don't like him. I don't know why. I just do not like him. So I will not agree with anything he says
Yeah, just off the strength that you
because
just
I
don't like
do
him.
not like him. Hey, Tisha.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
Angie. I do not like him. I will not agree with him.
All right. Well, separated from Stephen A. Do you think that Halliburton was in the wrong, or he should be looked at a certain type of way in this whole altercation?
I don't see what was the point of it. Does that make sense? I'm sorry.
What you mean you don't see the
I've been
point?
so pain. What?
What?
Yeah, I feel that I feel he was kind of wrong.
The dude or his daddy?
The daddy.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say this. When it comes to this situation, of course, a lot of this stuff kind of boil over, or it goes this type of way. It's not strange to sports, especially when you're talking about parents nowadays and your kid is in the league. Y'all are going absolute apeshit. Whether you go to,
You gotta stop it. You can't be doing it.
yeah, like whether you go back to Patrick Mahomes and his folks, his daddy and his brother is out there crazy, wife and mama too. So it's like, godly, he can't even get a break somewhere. And then you know what I mean. His daddy has been very supportive. I haven't seen him as vocal. I know I've seen the stuff from Ja Morant folks. They was finna actually get in the fight with Uncle Shay Shay, which would have been the funniest thing out of the Lakers game. And he had, I don't know if y'all remember, that's when he had the little cardigan on and stuff like that. It was all platted. Man, all I say is, parents, don't get your kids out of a job and beat up
So
because
I'm
you
gonna
want to
say
make a
that
statement at the game.
my thing is, this is not Little League. You know, I am a parent who I have I almost got thrown out the park a few times at when he played baseball.
You the
when
parent.
Yes, when he injured himself on kickoff when he played football, and he was injured. Oh no! I walked up on the field. I walked on the field.
Oh my
So I know that was wrong looking back. Because I love sports. I love football especially, but that's Little League. This is grown man shit. He at work. So if my parent can't come up to my job, let them do their job. Stay out of it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's my little take on that.
I'm with you. Got any takes before we move on?
Yeah, I'll say this here.
You don't like Stephen A. either? Yeah, I know.
No, I love Stephen A.
You love Stephen A.
You already know I was gonna say. You know, I me and him disagree
I don't
on
like
every once in a while about, you know, Stephen A. And I disagree
What
with it.
sports did he play though?
He never played sports. He's always been
He's been a journalist and an
his whole
anchor.
life. But you know, man got a phenomenal career.
It doesn't.
But what I would say about Stephen A, I disagree with him. What he said about Molly, that nobody's looking at his son. Yeah, common sense gonna say it had nothing to do with his son, but there are people that probably are looking at his son at the end of the day. But I'm gonna say this: I'm with y'all, right? You don't go into your kid's office, right, of work and start a ruckus because they won the game, correct? They beat because Guinness and was it Giannis? They're out of the playoffs now, right?
No. Giannis won the game.
Giannis won the game.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Bucks won that.
I thought they got swept. They didn't get swept? What's the series?
This was game 5, so I don't think it was
What's
a
the
gentleman's
series?
sweeps. That was game 5.
Okay.
So it's either 3-2 or all tied.
The one thing I say about Giannis, or even watching him over all his career, right? Even after they won the championship, he's always been respectful. So it had to be a lot going on for him to actually go at somebody's parent. So that boy's dad had to be saying some really foul stuff to Giannis for him, because he's very big on respect, and you could tell his mom and dad raised him correctly. So for him to do what he did or say what he said, that man had to really step in that young man's manhood for him to disrespect somebody's father. And even after they spoke, right, he still was careful about how he explained the situation. I listened to what he said, right, and he just kept hollering. He's not hollering, but he kept saying the word respect, 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 respect.
That's an important word.
Yes,
it really is. Period. That's an important
and I agree.
word.
And exactly. And so I think
You was right. That was game 5, but they did win. They swept. General sweep.
That's what I was thinking, right?
Yeah, I confused it with the Clippers and that stuff.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking, because that's why he was all up in Giannis's face talking crap, right? Because my son swept your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We knocked y'all ass up out of here.
Took you out of here.
And they had won. That was not necessary, but I'm finna do Stephen A. Smith. That was not necessary by his dad, Denise. That was not necessary at all. See, Denise, you're wrong. You're wrong, Denise.
Don't trigger her. I'm feeling triggered.
Let me tell you something about me. I get real quiet. As long as you got me talking, we good. When I'm quiet now, leave me alone, Stephen.
Listen,
I don't like you.
but look at me, and you know how I feel about you. You can get quiet, you can get loud. Guess what? I'm still gonna love your monkey ass regardless of what we say, and I still be sleeping at your door.
Can
till
we
you open
go
the door.
to the Shannon Sharp?
Okay. Yeah, because she already know how I feel.
Oh Lord. Well, to transition, make a quick pivot, because while we're moving on to Shannon Sharp, we're not really done with Stephen A. So Shannon Sharp has been finding himself in different cases going around, especially adding two. There's been a Michelle that's been quoted now, saying that she took part with Shannon in different ways.
Wait. Stop. You're going too fast.
What, you want me to
We
slow
talking
down?
about who
Who is that,
again?
Keisha?
Who
Somebody say,
we-
hey, boo. Who's that?
I can't see. It's blurry for me.
Y'all so freaking random. Where we at?
Who is that?
Katisha.
Katisha? Hey, boo.
I that's
Hey.
Ms. White. I don't even
Hey,
know
she
The
called
woman
me
who
boo?
was here last week.
which one.
The one who was here, the light skin one, sitting at the table with you. The one that y'all get on my nerves when you were.
That's
Oh,
okay. What's up, girl?
oh man.
We don't know her. We don't know about no goddamn. We don't know about fucking government name. Shit.
Hold on. And they said they names during it.
So
I don't know about her government name.
going to Shannon, before we go deep into that story, I have to
Those
say
are not
why
good words to be using right now when you speak.
I said deep into that story.
No, that's fine.
But don't say the word deep.
Deep
We can say deep.
before we
No, you
get
can't. Not with Shannon
in the
Sharp.
story, why is it when someone is, I mean, of course we knew about him, but since his, podcast or whatever he has, what is it?
His podcast.
Okay.
Two successful podcasts.
He's been a little popular, lately.
Very
He's been,
Very
talked
popular.
about. It shows.
Yeah. He the man.
Why is it, especially with black men, and I have to say it.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, you don't have to say anything. This is me talking. If you're gonna be quiet, thank you. Yeah. Why is it that it's always like shit like this happens? Like, this is just crazy. It's not a question. It's like a I don't want a response to it, but I thought about that yesterday actually. So with you saying something else, I didn't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dang, why is it like that? Whether it's him, it can be you. And I rebuke thee, but when
don't put that on me.
hold
now.
up. Honestly, it seems as though when people get to a certain level or doing, you do have a lot of, and I don't want to say enemies, I don't want to say Satan, but you have a lot of stuff that comes out, and it's like, where the fuck you come from? So if I was poor, if I wasn't doing shit, what would you be? And I guess it's when people say I kind of watch, you have to watch what you put out here. And it's sad that you have to do that because I bless and I pray that, you know, since you learned something about the Bible today, that you blow up like even bigger than you are.
Oh, we
you
gonna
know,
blow up.
I'm
we've
saying,
been
you know, we're
prophesized
claiming
over
that. However, I'm just gonna let this.
But
I'm gonna put it out
we-
here. Hold up.
we-
Hold up. Let me put this out here. If Ann bitch, and I do say that, say that Joe did anything, I swear.
She gonna do what that old boy did to Giannis last night.
We ain't doing that.
Nah,
and let me
don't-
just say it like
don't-
that because
don't
I don't
be
need
him
anybody
in
to
this
record this and play it back in court and it go in front of my brother.
We ain't doing. But you know,
But
Go ahead, baby.
seriously, it is like that. I know people. Let's just remove Shannon. That things and it's like, now where the hell you come from?
I got
so let's finish the story. Then we get into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just wanted to put that out there. We don't
Yeah.
have to discuss it.
Okay.
But Shannon has really been having some
Hey,
nice
they
stuff
really
on his
give us
shows.
They ain't giving no advertisement. Let's take them off.
Ooh, oh shit.
yeah, but
My bad.
yeah, I'm with you. But when we get back in deep on to this subject with Shannon, Shannon not he not applicable to this, and I give my take after we get done. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and dig into that actual lawsuit, have fun with it. Do it on your own time. We are reacting to the people that are reacting to Shannon's situation. One of which is Stephen A. He was on the Big Boy radio show talking about this. I'm gonna let him get into his point of view on how they're doing Shannon Sharp. There we go.
Get back past this. All of that comes with friendship. And I think that true friends conduct themselves that way. They ain't yes people that tell you just what you want to hear. They ain't no people that's willing to vilify you the second something. I mean, I see cats talking about him, and I can't even put into words the shit I've seen them do and have heard about them doing, especially in our business. And so it's like you just, and then I see the zest with which people are willing to pounce on him.
Oh man.
And it's like, listen, people have been after him since he did
Turn the
Cadillac.
air down for you.
You know, they've been at his neck because of the numbers he produced and the success
I
that
turned
he
it
had.
down
Now
there.
he was able to ride that way. Now, once again, that's separate and apart from all of this. Forget that part. I'm not talking about what people are talking about and what they have to talk about. I'm talking about the zest with which they do it. If I sit up there and I'm friends with Big Boy, I'm a contemporary colleague with Big Boy, right? And then Big Boy get in trouble. There's one thing for me to be on the end going like this, you know. This is what happened. There's another thing in time you'd be like, yeah, you see what happened to Big Boy? Right. It's like, you know, you just see that. And you see a joy that some people are having in going at him. And that's sad. You can talk about it, but we know the difference in terms of the flavor that you're bringing to an equation where you're talking about somebody with glee and joy in your voice. When, you know, when you're talking about the kind of predicament they find themselves in. And that's what I have a problem with. So for me, it's just about making sure that he knows, and anybody that knows how I feel knows that he matters to me. And I want him to be. Okay, thank you for sharing me.
Okay. Can I say something real quick?
Go for it.
Why did you not tell me that you were gonna play this right after I said I didn't like him?
You didn't let me finish.
Damn. Because yes, you can save this, take a picture. I have to agree with him.
Oh my god.
Like I said, that's my dog.
I agree with him, and that's really what all I was saying. Now I will say this, and I didn't think about that. It is after he did that Cat Williams interview that things had, and that's the truth. And it's like, whoa, dang. I am not a fan. I've never been a fan. I'm not a fan of anyone except Ice Cube, but I have to say I do like Shannon. I think he's hilarious, and I love him and Ocho and
Ocho Cinco?
and the coach.
Prime time.
Yes, thank you.
Dion.
I love when they
We're gonna talk about him.
hilarious.
We're gonna talk about him next.
Okay, but they're hilarious to me, you know. And it is after that, and I just feel like, and another thing I do not like is you're innocent until proven guilty, but that only works in the white people world. I'm sorry, and I'm saying it. For us, we
Guilty until proven innocent.
right to our own people.
Mhm.
That happens every freaking time. And that's a problem for me. This dude, I truly, honestly, I can't say if I believe him or not, but from the little things and what I read that we couldn't say on, air or whatever,
Yeah.
him. Like, you were rocking it. You was talking, and he stopped fucking with you. So it's about money. And I have a problem with that. Now, where he's wrong at, you need to do what Monique said, what Kat said, and everybody else. Stop messing with these little young things who ain't got shit.
But
Stop.
That's a little bit of where I'm going.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is why I hold him accountable to a point. Dude, I think he is anything that they're suing him to be out of favoritism. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna just tell you right now. No, I don't believe it. This is where I'm at with it though. Because I went back through a whole bunch of Shannon Sharp stuff. And I saw a viewer. I wish I could think of your YouTube so I can shout you out about it. Buddy cooked when it came to Shannon Sharp, when he was saying what Shannon is applicable to being a hypocrite to. Because there are many times where Shannon, throughout his podcast, throughout Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, ESPN, freaking Fox, he's like, yo, bro, when it's time to get the money and get the bread, I'm gonna make sure I have things in place so my stuff don't get out. He preached to Ocho Cinco those same words. He preached in Amen according with Primetime, who is actually doing it, but still got out like that. You got too many instances where we can go back to your words in unison, and dude, you didn't live up to that. To your point with the Cat Williams and Monique. She said about the look girls.
Yeah.
Cat said, and this is not
what he said. Don't dip your.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this not to denigrate anybody that want to date.
Right. It's not saying
I'm a dip and dabble with the.
I mean, my kid's dad's not black.
Shoot, I like me some nice spice. Okay, but
God, did I put that out there?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Yeah, he's
do
not
that.
black.
But either way, but you gotta also be cognizant of what's going on and how that's gonna be perceived based off of people and their own interests, bro. I already told the folks about the Jonathan Major situation. Like, yo, y'all act like y'all didn't see the Jonathan Major situation, bro. Like, that just didn't happen. Like, it's crazy to me, man. And I think he is he's accountable for a lot that he's trying to still play victim in, that he didn't have his hand in. And a lot of folks that really mess with him, they're holding him accountable to that.
Yep.
So I agree with, emphatically, I agree with you on nephew. I emphatically agree with Denise. This is my 2 cents to piggyback on what y'all are saying. As we're growing this network of LIM Lock It In Media Network, right? Make sure y'all subscribe. I watched Shannon Sharp from when he was at CBS, when he was a football player, right? Hall of Famer, you know what I mean? Super Bowl winner, went to Fox, went to CBS, did his thing, got picked up by Fox, worked with Skip Bayless. I rocked with him when Skip Bayless did him wrong, treated him, less than, put your glasses back on. Right. And I rooted for him because I didn't know what was going to happen to him after that, because he was really good for Fox News and the Skip Bayless show. Right. And then Stephen A picked him up. Right. And he brought his work ethic to ESPN with First Take. Right. And worked hard. Right. Yeah. So I looked up. Now, I'm just saying this. I looked up to him as a mentor in this podcasting game of how to do it, how to build a network. Right. Then he did the Cat Williams interview, right? He did the Cat Williams interview first, and then he did the thing with Ocho Cinco, picked his team, right? And they smashing it. So I'm looking up to this guy, right? That I see, like you said, nephew, holding everybody's feet to the fire because you dot your I's and cross your T's when stuff didn't go right on his show. God damn it! Damn it! Throwing off the headphone because he expect perfection, right?
Mhm.
When something didn't go right, the sound wasn't right. You know what I'm saying?
But public is checking his workers.
Checking everybody, right? You know what I'm
Everybody.
saying? Embarrassing everybody. And I'm looking at him like I wouldn't have done that, but I like that he is working, dotting every I and expect the best out of his team, right? And I'm looking up, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking up to this man. Said, finally, we got a man out here that's doing his shit, right? Making us look good. And I aspire, still to this day, I still aspire to be what he was becoming and still may become in this industry. Because he's a powerhouse. He did this shit. He went from just being a football player to being a host on the show to owning his own shit, doing his shit with podcasting, making it work for him, and was off. And allegedly, he was about to get $100 million deal out behind his hard work.
Production company.
So, me now, when I saw this, to see a guy I looked up to and kind of, start to mark us what we want to do and how I want to do our business, right? I modeled him. And I'm looking at him, and when I say disappointed that he fumbled this, because what he knows and he realized that a lot of us, old and young, were watching him. He's our hero.
Well, okay, let me ask you, because when you say he fumbled, what exactly do you?
Okay,
I'm getting
to that.
Okay.
So when I say fumble, right? He fumbled the bag for Pudusi, right? Meaning you knew everything that you was doing. You knew the expectation. You know this game better than anybody. You know how people gonna come after you.
And
you know what you said about other people. You have had people on your show that the media and social media has counseled them or tried to counsel them and take them down. You talked to them about this, right?
Yes.
You was on. Why did you do this? How could you do this? And
I'm gonna tell you how and what happened. He did like every person has done and continue to do. That could never be me.
You're right. But here's the other part. For me, the hypocrisy when I look up to you, right? And I'm looking at you, right? And every man and woman is fallible. Don't get me wrong. Everybody got their kink, everybody got their niche or what they like, right? And it can get you, whether it's crack cocaine, it's drugs, it's women, it's sex,
shopping,
foot, whatever, foot fetishes, whatever. Your kink can get you in a lot of trouble. I get it. But the way he talked is for me. I don't go out. I don't go to nobody's house. I don't do this. I don't do that. And
well. He didn't go out. He was in the house. He was in the house. And when you say, people look up or I follow, I'm gonna tell you. I had to tell someone this yesterday. When things negative happen, don't necessarily think that is against. A lot of times we look at things bad as oh my God, when in reality, I still look at you. That's something I don't need to do.
I still look at him, but I'm gonna say this, Denise. Honestly.
But we do that.
We do
that. Like,
but
oh my God,
it's only a few people.
But it goes back to what I just said. He's guilty before proven innocent by us.
Okay, but no. Well,
think about it.
But I'm
think
gonna say
about
this.
it.
Okay, so hear me out here.
Okay.
He was guilty, right? Before proving innocent. He was innocent before proving guilty. I mean, he was innocent before proving guilty by us until he came out and said what he said. In his text messages he released and all the stuff that he was already doing.
What you talking about? Talking about the ones that he released with the girl?
Yes.
The ones that okay, but this is the thing. Okay, go ahead.
Everything he was saying, right? He put himself
in a position.
Hold on. The hypocrisy that he went after everybody, you should know better. He was doing that shit 2 years, 3 years prior to when he was talking shit to other people, right? that didn't have their shit together. And according to the text message, he went to her house. He said he never goes to anybody's house. They always come to him, right?
Okay.
He said he don't do this and he don't do that, right? And when we listening to what, because he didn't want to pay this $10 million or $50 million, whatever it was, right? I'm saying, bruh, don't be, if you're going to be hard on other people, don't act like you ain't that guy. You see what I'm saying? My thing is, like when y'all hear me say, I don't never act holier than thou. I say I'm freaky. I say I got a freak nature and God's still working on me. So when y'all hear some shit, yeah.
Baby, let's stop real quick. You're not holier than thou. You just learned something about the Bible today. But keep going.
I said I'm not holier than thou. No.
To say holier than thou is shocking, but keep going.
Okay, but still, y'all wouldn't be shocked if you caught me in some kind of freaky shit, right? With a threesome.
I would be.
It depends on
I
what it
would
is.
be.
But
I
no.
would be.
Hold on. If it's two females,
Let me tell you why
it's two
I'm
adult
saying,
females. Y'all
because
think
before, at the beginning of the show, he said,
what?
quote, people have asked me about it, never included me in it.
And this,
So it'll shock
No.
me that, somebody wanted this with you.
oh, that would shock you, okay? But it wouldn't shock you that I did it.
Nah,
Would it
It
shock you
would.
that I did it?
It would.
I just
Did I
yeah,
do threesome?
I just want to
Yeah.
hear about it.
It would.
I'm good.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
shock y'all that I did it. Let me ask the audience. Y'all put it in the chat. Would y'all be shocked if I did a threesome?
Joe, I
With
think
two-
that
two-
would
two
have been.
beautiful women.
I think that would have been you in your younger days.
So y'all are shocked right now if two beautiful women want to have an encounter with your boy.
No,
that
no,
I
no,
would say
no,
to
no,
it.
no.
Y'all
I'm a word person. You said
Oh Lord,
because you just said that they would want to. So is
Yes.
it that they would want to,
So you
or
be-
that you did it?
No, you be which one you gonna be shocked about? I'm
That
a
you
word
did it?
person.
That you did it.
You be shocked that I did it? Why?
No
that's
comment.
not mine that I'm shocked about.
Huh?
No comment.
Let me go ahead and tell you. If two beautiful women came up to me right now, let me go ahead. Hey, and ask you a question. Yes, my brother did that. Yes. Two beautiful women?
Okay.
A threesome?
Okay.
Why not?
Look,
I ain't got nothing to lose.
my question is, I don't want to know what you're doing with them.
Hey.
I hear you doing something crazy. I'm
Hey,
like, all right,
everybody on the chat said
that's
they
not
wouldn't
as
be
hard
shocked.
as it was
They
coming
know
off.
they wouldn't be shocked. No, I know. Denise
I would
knows
be
she wouldn't be shocked. She was.
I would be shocked. I'm
You be
so
shocked?
serious right now. Yeah. I
You,
would be
you,
shocked.
you think I turned down two women?
Yeah.
You got me for good. you, got,
Okay.
you got me holding it down for real. Hey,
You know
hold
what?
me to a
I
certain level.
can't. Let me say this, because I don't judge, and I'm not saying that's a bad or good thing. You know what I'm saying? Can't say if I've ever done it or didn't do it. But
If somebody asked me, if somebody said, "Would Denise do it?" I said, "How they look." That's
Would
what
I
would
do
say.
it?
No. I'm asking. If someone said, "Do you think Denise would do a threesome with two guys?" We should be with two guys. I would say, "How they look."
oh, it ain't got to do with how they look.
That's what I would say, though. I would say, "How they look," right?
How it look.
Right.
What can it do?
You see what I'm saying?
What
So,
that mouth do?
You see what I'm saying? So how you gonna be who you are? And we've been together for years.
But
and you
thi-
gonna
but
sit
this
here
is
and
the
have
thing, but
audacity.
this is the
other
thing,
men
though.
ain't gonna say,
You know
don't think I
what?
would do
You
it.
know what? Honestly, and
I'm
I'm
knocking
not
the boat down.
being judgmental. Let me clear this up. However, at your 54 and a half, whatever, around the
Yeah,
mountain,
preach on it.
I look at you as, hey, I love women, but I ain't finna let them folks up in my motherfucking house like that.
I let all y'all up in my house, so
And-
hell.
But
I
you
let
ain't
a dude that
doing
eat
that either.
ass in my house, so goddamn it. Listen, I'm definitely letting women up in the house. Y'all go watch the show. Y'all go watch the show. Okay, what my show? The Denise show. Go watch the goddamn show. Last week,
Oh,
okay?
now-
Women's Wednesday.
Now it's Denise show.
That was the Denise show. It was on our network. It was on our network. Hey, you ain't getting out this hour. Yeah, you know that. Knows I said nephew hour network. Hey, the dude protest on live air. Hey, I eat booty. Okay.
There's a lot of men that eat booty.
No, but listen. So what I'm saying is, if I let his ass in my house, right? You damn think I gonna let two beautiful
I
women in the
guess for
house?
me, I look at you as, and thank you. I've learned another piece of you on air. Would I do it?
If you see me on vacation with two women, be quiet and say, bruh, Listen,
Hey, but this is the thing.
you see me
Going
on a
back,
private plane
going
with two
back
women,
to
we
Shannon.
all bucket naked on that private plane. You get in the back, eat your potato chips, and watch Sinners.
I don't do the back.
Okay,
But
well, you can sit in the front and watch Sinners while we do in the back. Goddamn it! So we watch. You can watch Sinners, and we be butt naked on the private plane.
I
in the
am a
back.
Virgo. Just remember that.
Listen, what I said. If we on a private
Yeah,
plane
undercover.
and we butt naked back there with two women, you sit your ass on the front, fully clothed, and watch Sinners. Okay.
So anyway,
'Cause
I
y'all,
think
y'all forgot to
I
dub it.
think for him, he did. He thought he was safe.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful case. You recorded everything with him. Why? I would break that lady down so
And so did
much
he,
when
though.
it comes to that case. And I guess for me, because that's my passion.
Yeah.
My Lord. Now, the one I didn't hear was what's the second one?
He there's another situation alleged back with Michelle back when he was with Fox.
And
Okay,
he-
okay. Now
He's
that's
with her
what
for
I
10
thought you
And
said.
he was with her for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
He was with her. That was his girlfriend.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
10
He
years.
was with her for a minute.
So what he do with her?
He raped her according. He raped her
Rape.
according to him.
Okay. So so that's not the same Michelle that we heard.
She
No,
said,
there's
she said it's not her.
two great allegations with two different women.
But I'm
she
saying-
said that was not her in that
The Michelle thing.
Yeah.
Oh, up in the
she
Instagram
said-
Live.
she said-
No, that's not the
So
same.
he
she
just
said-
love Michelle, huh?
But this is
I need
what
to change
this
my
is what
name.
allegedly is being said, right? Is that he intentionally did that and called her name because that's somebody he had been with because of rumors that was being spread
Yeah,
about
him being
him
gay.
about him being gay.
Right.
Because now this is the only thing I'm gonna say about that whole situation. I don't know. I believe Shannon. I'm gonna stick to what he said that it mistakenly happened. But this is one thing I will say that I know about social media. You can't get on live very easily. There's a couple of screens you have to go to, right, to get to a live and hit the live before it goes live.
Right.
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 And on Instagram, it is not like swipe the live and then hit live.
How
so,
is it?
huh?
I've never been live on Instagram.
On Instagram, you got to hit the little plus button, right? And then
Mhm.
you got to hit live. I mean, you got to hit that you want to go to live, and then you got to hit another button before you go to live. It's like 3 different steps, 3 or 4 different steps, at least 3,
At least it's 3.
at least
But
3 before
It's
you
gonna do a countdown.
right. And it's gonna do a countdown. He said he just had threw his phone to the side, right? And I'm not saying that he didn't.
Because it could possibly be that he was about to, whatever, and shoot, the time came, and but yeah, that's that criminal defense mode in my head.
Right.
I
You tried it.
no, believe me, I can make a case on this. I promise you, I could. But I feel
Okay.
that the first young girl, that's gonna be a throw out. If he go through that would be definitely a throw.
Now, I'm gonna agree with you. I think honestly,
Because you
Now-
went recording stuff and it's like you set it up.
okay. So
To
if
do
everybody on
some
chat, y'all chime in with me, Denise, and nephew on Hump Day Wednesday. I don't believe that he did this maliciously or without any consent with this young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me be honest, Denise and nephew. I do believe Shannon Sharp had the complicity to take control.
A lot of men do.
And when she say no, continue to go past that. Yes.
You know
Now-
what? And we're not just gonna say Shannon. I'm gonna say a lot of men. And the reason, because I think a lot of women can say this.
Mhm.
No, stop.
Right.
Boy, stop. No.
Right.
But and especially if you continue to be in that relationship, or you continue to be around that person, or you
Right.
continue to have sex with that person.
Right.
No
Sit
means
on here.
yes.
Yes.
I get what you're saying. No being no.
No, he said no means yes.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
but yeah,
In those
yeah, I couldn't hear.
situations, no mean yes.
Right. So I'm a female and
Mhm.
I have been there. As a man, I feel sorry
Exactly,
for a
Bishop.
lot of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you really don't know, like, because where are you coming from? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you coming out because of really? And
Well-
I'm not quite. Let me clear this up. I'm not saying that anybody's a lot. Well, the first one I'm gonna say she lying. I'm sorry.
I think
I'm
she's
gonna
lying.
say
I
she's
believe it, yeah. I
freaking
think she's
lying.
yeah.
But that other person of 10 years, 10 years, that's a decade.
That's decade.
Where you coming from, sis?
Because now that there are other relationship, and this is what I say, you don't have any money. So if she gonna do that at 19, I wasn't gonna do it.
Right.
But let me go and get me
I'm
some
gonna
money.
do it too.
Yeah.
She ain't finna beat me
Right.
at it.
And so,
Come on now. Come on.
Can I say this? And I want to ask you the question, Denise. I'm glad you're here today. Because people saying, well, see what white women do to when y'all go ahead and deal with these white women, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen black women do this to brothers too,
Mm-hmm.
right? It ain't just a white woman's thing. I think an opportunity is an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So I'm asking you, do you think, and nephew, okay, what do y'all think on that?
This is what I say to that, because I agree. There are many women, if they take the opportunity and you got the bag to do it, we'll do it.
Or if you see them with another woman, they see them with another woman.
But this the response to that.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's the sympathy that garners and what that do for what we see with the and just for lack of describing it better, the higher value dude like a Shannon Sharp in their career. Because we've seen it at least with about 10, 12. You name your picking. And when it's given that way with a few black women, I'm only gonna talk about the ones that I've seen. Because I'm sure there's some where it went and they actually got whatever they wanted from it. But I've seen with enough situations from black women where honestly, she's automatically denied right off the bat if this is true at all. Like she is literally looked at, oh, you just for the bag.
Yep.
Without even a second thought.
Now that's what I agree with you.
I totally agree with you.
And this is what I hold Shannon Sharp to. Because he talked about a few of these situations, especially when it came to Jonathan Majors.
Mm-hmm.
And with white women, and nothing against them, but I mean,
yeah, you leave my white women alone. Though.
Yeah,
you know, honestly, let's say this. Let's say this real quick.
I love all women.
Let's say this real quick. It's when we say white women, black women. Let's clear this up. There's a difference. Period. We all know this. It is a difference. Whether it's white, black, Hispanic, there's a difference.
Meaning?
So there's a difference in how we're treated. There is a difference in how we carry ourselves. There is a difference in what certain entitlement deals. There is a difference. There's a
difference how y'all treat y'all man.
Honestly, there may be a difference. From what I hear, there is.
But let me land real quick.
But there's a difference in skin tone. I want to say that because when you say, hey, no, we don't have anything against any race. However, there is a difference. It's the same as black men.
Okay, go ahead and land that.
I agree. And with that difference there, when it was given off with the situation here, and like I said, this is why I still hold him accountable. Before he said her name and the fact that she was on OnlyFans, she was garnering a whole bunch of sympathy from this. Folks was writing him off like he did it.
Yeah.
Just off of the accusation alone. And the fact they didn't specify that it was a black woman, because they usually do in these situations. Oh, with a black lady or whatever, or they already have a picture out. This one, she was completely anonymous, but until he shot out the name and the fact that she was on OnlyFans, they thought Shannon did this. They was writing him off like did. So that's where I retort back with some of the folks.
What happened with Jay-Z? Did they ever find out a name?
No, that got destroyed. That never happened.
But I'm just saying, it started off with just like it started with
Jay-Z could emphatically deny because he didn't do anything and he has no shit. His past was not shaded.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying as far as the Jane Doe is how they
Jane Doe is not her real name.
They quick to say a Jane Doe when it's.
Now I don't know if the woman that was going after Jay-Z was black or white. I don't remember. I just know she said she was 13 at the time. But I'm thinking she was a black girl. I want to say she was a black girl, right? And they in that situation,
I just don't feel that it's. I don't feel that it's right. If you're gonna put it out there, put it all out there. And he was quick, and that's why I say I believe him on that first one. I don't know much about the second, but that first one, he was like, oh hell no.
I just believe, and I'm gonna say this. I think do Shannon Sharp have the capacity to do it? Hell yes. Did he do it to this female?
No.
The way she said, I'm gonna say no, because what he likes, and you kept going back and all this other stuff. Just
the fact that she record. My thing was you recorded when you're recording, that's because you're setting up something that you know you're gonna do.
Right.
She been recording for a long time.
Mhm.
You knew what you went in to do,
Exactly what you
and
wanted.
you met right.
And I'm gonna be honest, this is what makes me think something is really up with this whole situation. I don't think this young girl have the faculties to negotiate a huge deal like this. No. So
No.
because they said that when this was about to blow, he offered her $10 million because he about to get $100 million deal, right? What female at 22 years old, because this is when she's currently now 22 years old, would turn down $10 million?
A dumb one.
No. This to me,
Not easy money.
right? This to me, there is somebody else behind the scenes that is pushing and found out about her that is pushing this more.
The attorney.
No. I'm
You
thinking
don't
that
think
there's
it's the attorney?
no. I think it's somebody, Shannon Sharp, that don't like Shannon Sharp. They got a whole bunch of money, right? Because how did she get to this guy? To the lawyer
That
Buxley,
makes
right?
sense.
I'm thinking that there's somebody that don't like Shannon. They got a whole bunch of goddamn money, right?
Yeah.
And said, I give you 10 mil. Don't worry about that. Keep it going. Destroy this guy. Get him off the air.
Because
that
he's
go
getting too
back.
big.
Yeah, that go back to what Stephen A said on Big Boy. That a lot of folks didn't like how he was coming off after that Cat Williams interview. And a lot of folks didn't like the fact that it seemed like he favored Cat Williams' side. I saw a whole bunch of folks.
But to be
that.
honest, yeah, because I favor Cat Williams. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I did.
I mean,
But-
it's Cat Williams.
But think about what I'm saying, y'all.
He's a smart
Nobody's
man.
really talking about this point, right? That a 22-year-old girl,
Nobody thought.
if
about
you listen to that
yeah.
girl talk,
I had.
the way she talks, there's no way in the hell that woman. That's not right. I don't want you to do that. No way in the hell that girl gonna sit there honestly if she's plotting against this man and turn down $10 million unless.
And how did she know? Not saying she's not smart. I don't want to put that out there because I don't want to.
No, what I'm saying is,
but he had a deal coming up, right?
yes,
So she's following. You're right.
she can follow the
Somebody,
10 million.
no. Somebody did say something.
Think about what I'm telling y'all. If you got $100 million deal and you 19 years old or 20, she's 22 years old at the time, and knowing that the man you dealing with or them broke up with has $100 million deal, he offer you 10 of it. You taking it
because you're not gonna sit.
because you'll never see $10 million in your life, no
Not
matter
at
what the
that
hell you
age.
do.
Not on fan.
No,
what
no,
is-
you
what-
know what I'm
what's she
saying?
on?
Your
Fans
and
only-
how
only
did she get
fans?
to this lawyer? How did she get to him?
Whoever know him.
Somebody knew what he was
Yeah,
doing,
That makes sense.
found out what was going
That
on,
makes sense.
sent this guy and said, "That's not enough. I can cover that at the back out of my front pocket. Keep going. Destroy this guy because of what he was about to do. Because again, once he get this $100 million deal, guess what Shannon Sharp was going to be? Unfreaking stoppable. He was going to be everywhere. He was going to shut a lot of people out. So it may be a collaborative of a couple of people
Who did want?
that went in and said, we're going to shut this guy down because they knew what was going on. This is bigger than that 19-year-old. They just found out and put a private detective on him and found out what was going on, in my humble opinion, because this is what these people do. Listen to Stephen A. Smith show. I think he was talking to Big Boy on the interview, or he was talking to somebody.
Big Boy.
No, this was different. He said, I'm Stephen A. Smith, right? I have my own personal bodyguard, but who do I work for? He said, I work for the mouse, right? Which means Walt Disney. They have people following me and watching me all the time. They know where I am at every moment of what I'm doing because I am the person who makes a lot of money for them. So they're going to know what I'm doing at all times, right? Think about that. Think about what I just said. Stephen A. Smith knows he has people watching him because of who he is and what he is. There are people that say if this guy get to where he is over $100 million, right, in this podcasting game, right, he's going to be unstoppable. He's going to shut a lot of people down. So people in this podcasting game, what if you got money and who's in this podcasting game making the money, y'all? Celebrities, right? Who's been getting all the fanfare right now? Shannon Sharp. So if Shannon Sharp get this big deal, he's going to shut a lot of people out, right? So who's to say that these people who got money and put in $1 million or $2 million, right? A piece.
So let me say this. And I know it's just little old me.
Uh-huh.
But Shannon, it's okay, baby. You can come home. I'm here for him.
Look, he
Hold on,
already had a
hold
black
on, hold
cookout.
Hold on.
You
So
said
you-
come home. He
so-
already had a black cookout.
So I'm saying, but if Shannon was to get with you, you'll go ahead and get with him?
Hell yeah. I'm not 19. I ain't stupid. Yeah.
Okay.
He got that old money.
Okay.
No, but honestly, I like him. I like him. I
he
do
got
like
that
him.
old
This is
man.
one thing
And
I'm
I
saying,
like a big black man.
like,
I can't get no big black
wanna-
big
I-
black
let me say
babies
this.
in me,
I
but I like a
support
big
Shannon
black
Sharp.
man.
I want to meet Shannon Sharp one day, even though he's going through this, and I hate that it's going through, but I would like to meet the guy because he's very smart, right? I like him, right? But
You want to meet him?
yeah,
I like him. Can I please
listen,
come?
I'm
I just want to meet him too.
I'm not going to sit here and lie.
I won't tell a
him and
soul.
Ocho Cinco,
You
right?
can call
I would
me
love to sit
Michelle,
down and have a not
Michael.
on air, not on podcasting, but just to meet him in person, to pick his brain about what he sees and how he's doing things, man. Love what the guy's doing. He made a mistake, right? And no, I'm not gonna say he made a mistake. I'm gonna say he got, what's the word when you get overconfident in who he was?
I was
That
gonna say comfortable.
he got
Well,
comfortable.
let me ask you. Wait. Let me
Uh-huh.
ask you. I gotta ask nephew.
What's up?
He was with old girl 10 years, right?
Michelle, yeah.
Right. He was with the 19-year-old, 19, so 2
2 years.
years.
Mhm.
How long had it been since he had been with Michelle?
We don't know that. The
Yeah.
space,
Yeah,
the space
I
between
don't.
them.
If you're doing what I'm think you're doing, I don't think they overlap.
Okay, because some like, hey, hold up, what?
And the Michelle one is not counted as a relationship. It's just when they were seeing each other and how long they was doing it. They ain't specified that they was the thing.
But I'm gonna say this, man. Honestly, I wish Shannon Sharp the best. And I'm gonna say this,
I
I'm-
do.
and I'm gonna be careful how I say this, but I'm gonna
I
say
do.
right now what has happened to him, right? Because of the way he handled his business privately, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because you was reckless. You thought you were being careful because you was paying her, right? But he trusted without verifying certain things.
She a
Right?
little young thing.
And,
She don't know about it for
and-
real.
And here's the other part that I'm gonna say
Mm.
to any man that's broke or got money, right?
Be careful.
We as black men have to stop messing around with women because of your money that has nothing to lose, whether they black
Yeah,
or white.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Because when our money gets us into the beautiful girls, right, that has nothing to lose, it's simple and it's easy and it's pocket money. You can have fun with them, but you have everything to lose, right?
Mhm.
You got to start messing with women of means. Those women of means is not gonna throw you out there behind the bus because they got something to lose.
Right.
And the one thing, if I learned anything from all the other stuff that I have learned from Shannon Sharp as he's been going through his career and what he's doing, I love everything he's doing, is that I know for sure right now in my life that I don't mess with a woman that has nothing to lose. I would never mess with a woman. Y'all can quote me on this. I'm on social media. I'm on podcasting. I am not messing with a woman that has nothing to lose. I don't want to do no flings with you. I only want to play with you. If you have nothing to lose, we can't be together. Because if we going down, we going down in flames together. You know what I mean? I'm bringing your ass down. You're gonna lose your brand just like you're gonna lose your millions just like I lose mine. So I think a lot of times money gets you to find girls. And the girl don't have to work because she can get with you. You got the money so you can get with her. Those days, y'all, when you got people and you get to us, have y'all noticed this? And I want to move on from this, Denise. When you get to a certain level, it's like I think it's like the 100 million. Once you get to a certain level, anybody, right? There are people that's going to come after you, or something's going to happen to these people that get to these
You know what?
big deals.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm glad you said that because I look at it like this: if you put it in your head, hey, I'm gonna do something, and you are a go-getter,
Mhm.
don't mess with nobody. This is before you get to $1 that you feel like is gonna come after you when you get there, because a lot of these men, they do things, and before
Mhm.
and then when they hit, it's when these, hey, remember me?
Yeah.
So you have to watch it before you even get there. You have to.
And I would say, make sure, man, as men, what we have to do, even when you break up with a female, break her off, right? And make sure she's good in every shape, form, and fashion. It may not be the best thing to do, but in these days when women are coming after men and you don't know who to trust, And if you haven't settled down and you're single, you're out there doing your thing, man, I'm gonna say take your ass overseas, right? And be quiet, or you know what I'm saying, keep it in your pants.
All right. I agree with you guys. Now last two. This is now we got to pivot on to baby prime time, Mr. Shedeur Sanders. All righty. Folks are still giving commentary off on that. One of which is NFL legend, Hall of Famer, Mr. Cris Carter. Okay, he had to talk about what was going on from his point of view with the Sanders trade, and then we're gonna pivot to the altercation that, well, one of the things that happened during draft day when they prank phone called them, because now some coaches is being fined and organizations is being fined for that. So real quick, let me pull up Mr. Cris Carter and what he said, or how he feels, well, just a little bit about how he feels on the draft situation with him.
What happened?
Well, a number of things happened. The number one thing that didn't happen was there was not a collusion message with the NFL.
Okay, what? Okay, a lot of people think that.
Because they wouldn't be able to keep a secret like that. And
so they might do it, but they couldn't shut up about it.
They wouldn't know shut up about it, but every owner is very, very selfish. Now, why would I do something to my detriment? Like, if I need a quarterback and I think this kid is it, what he didn't realize is the guys that have fallen in the draft before, they all had unusual traits. Like, they had some superstar qualities to them. Now, some other things happened that made them fall, but Shedeur and his family, they overplayed their hand. Them thinking that he was in the same evaluation mode as Eli Manning, they didn't play that right. Them trying to narrow the teams that he was going to go to, that didn't do right. Not working out, that wasn't the right thing. His interview process, obviously, he could have done a lot better than that. A lot of people left that meeting, thought he was very, very entitled.
Which means, like, they said Brian Ball, Giants coach, had said he didn't like the meeting. He asked him, he had some book, was it a playbook or something he was supposed to know. He said he felt weird about it. I don't know who else said they didn't like the meeting. Or just people behind the scenes said it.
Well, the thing about it, they didn't draft him. So it's not the tape.
Okay. Because the tape
right.
is good enough to get drafted.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, his tape is good enough for him to be a first rounder. But there's a number of things. It's not one thing. Last year when Deion interviewed for the Dallas Cowboys job, that did not help Shedeur. Now, it helped Deion get a new contract in Colorado. But long-term, it didn't help Shedeur because the Giants, they're coached in their last year, general manager in their last year. If they struggle, the Giants potentially, an option would be look at Deion as the head coach. So why would I draft the kid? Like, they missed out on that. Like, they obviously, they didn't think this all the way through.
Now he does go on to explain the other mishaps that he feel was happening as far as when Shedeur did the interview and how he came off to everybody, how he already had type of branding and is seemingly a media crew and stuff like that, and how the locker room would view that off of the field. And he really echoed what you said the other day. I can't say I disagree with y'all outside of if we just going based off of what they kept telling us. But if evaluations is going deeper than just what you've shown already on tape, and it's really how you're interviewing for the job, then I can't say I blame them, because I when you said it Monday about, and we agreed to that, I do think Deion kind of he tied his son's hand behind his back, especially when you say, I want him to go to somewhere that's good. Any high draft pick, and you said it. We talked to folks that going high. Shout out Trent Richardson. He was number 3. Dude, you only go to the trash teams. You only do. That's the one that needs you the most.
That's why they pay you. That's why they pay you the money.
That's why they pay you that money. He also goes on to say how much he left on the table. He said he fumbled his bag. He was like, dude, y'all at least dropped 30-40 million just off of what you said or how you've been coming off to these execs. So I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of folks is blowing on him right now. I don't think he said nothing wrong, because that is, and especially during draft day, that's exactly when they do all of that. for the
There-
combine
there-
and stuff. That's
there-
when they
there
do
is
that.
more to an interview process than you having the talent. People want to know, are you going to follow their process? And the NFL has a process. You know what I mean? That is historical. And I'm gonna say this: like, if you are Shedeur Sanders, you have to go in 10 times or 100 times more and work harder because of who your dad is.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You can't go in because of who my dad is, because I know the game, and say I'm not doing anything. You have to do that and more. Unfortunately, I'm gonna say this. I got a job through a friend of mine. We went to high school together, right? But because I worked for him, guess what? I worked 200 times harder for him, right? In front of everybody and behind the scenes, because he's my friend. I have to work different than everybody else because I'm his friend. Because I didn't have to go through the same process that everybody else went through. He knew what he was going to get with me. You see what I'm saying? So did I slide into a situation because of him? Yes. But now do I have to act my part and make sure that the whole time of the duration that I'm there on that job, that I'm going to outshine everybody else and do everything that need to be done without any questions being asked? Yes. Shedeur went in my humble opinion. My dad knows this game. I'm not going to do this. Deion said what he needed to say about his son, which was fine. But Deion, you're not the NFL. You have knowledge of it, but I think a couple things went into play. Him being black and the NFL, and Deion knows the game, and he didn't want his son to get put on a bad team. And you can want something so bad for your kids that you hurt your kids sometimes, right? As a parent, right? And I think at the end of the day, I think that's what happened with Shedeur. His dad didn't do anything malicious. Shedeur didn't do anything malicious because you listen to your dad because he got you this whole way. And I think at this point in time, let's put all this aside. He's in the NFL now. It's time for you to, your dad's not going to be there. It's time for you to be your own man. Get on go ahead and get
your
on
own start.
Right. And when you get on that field, don't relinquish it. Right. When you get your start, show everybody what you can do, and everything that people say you fumbled the bag that you lost, you're going to get that back plus more. That's the end of the day. How this transpire is just going to teach other parents that's in a position like a prime, you know what I'm saying, and LeBron James.
Stay out of it.
And how to do better if they're going to, be involved with their kids, right? Because at the end of the day, you can be a superstar and a celebrity in this game, but you don't own the team or you don't own the league. And there is a certain place that these folks gonna put your ass in, regardless, right?
I just, they don't look at, like you said, we don't look at what we're doing to our kids. We look at it as what I'm doing for my kids, and no.
Exactly.
Now, lastly, before we move from the Shedeur Sanders situation, I did tell you guys, he got prank phone calls on draft day. Buddy can't take a win,
and that wasn't cool. And on top, go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say on that.
But Buddy can't take a win.
It was surprising to me who did the prank phone calls though.
Yeah, some Ole Miss players over there with Ole Miss. They're actually the ones that done it. I can't get their name right now, but Daddy was supposedly a coach over there with the Atlanta Falcons.
Yep.
So which now the Atlanta Falcons, along with the defensive coordinator, Mr. Jeff, I'm not even gonna try with the last name. They have both been fined a collective $350,000. 250 to the Falcons and 100,000 straight to defensive coordinator Mr. Jeff. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for you. They fined Buddy Jeff $350,000. Don't think that Atlanta paid that. Mr. Jeff paid that. So before I go any further, I do want to make sure that I get Mr. Jeff's apology that he made on today on the Atlanta Falcons. I think it was like the practice thing, whatever it is. This is what Mr. Jeff had to say, defensive coordinator.
First of all, I'd like to publicly apologize to Shedeur Sanders family. Second of all, I will publicly apologize to Mr. Blaney, Terry Platinum, B. Morris, the entire organization. My actions, not protecting confidential data, were inexcusable. My son's actions were absolutely inexcusable. And for that, we're both deeply sorry. The NFL has taken action, and I fully respect the punishment. We take full responsibility for myself, and we will not give up. We will only going forward. I promise my son and I will work hard to demonstrate your benefits.
Say it with your chest, big dog. Anyway, but yeah. So I toss it to my host.
Then these are let you go.
Y'all
with it.
feel?
You want me- okay, so I'm gonna say this here. Save it. I don't want to hear it because you're remorseful,
No, you're not.
right? Exactly. I don't think you are. Now, do I think he intentionally gave his son the
No, I
phone
don't.
number? No. His son went in there and did some, but your son did that
He put
because
his-
of what? No. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all.
Mhm.
Your son did that because of what you were saying around the house about Shadua Sanders
that part.
and Dion, right?
that
So
part.
your son acted off of the way you
Yep.
acted around the house
Yep.
about that family,
Yep.
right? That they think this and they think that and they think this. And your son thought it would be funny that if he pranked them, right?
Because he's not just gonna pull that out.
He just ain't gonna go do that. No.
Yep.
No.
We are actually on the same page.
Yeah.
on that one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yep.
you are more to blame than anything.
He just said what was talked about
Now,
at the,
did you
at the
give your
table.
son a number and tell your son to do that? I don't think you did
No.
because you know that was stupid. But your son
put his-
acted off the reaction of what his
Yep.
father said
Yep.
about the Sanders family.
If you think about it, that's just how it is. You know, I'll take it there. Kids don't do things if they hear opposite in the household.
How many times have we seen kids do certain things because they seen their mama cry, they seen their daddy cry, they seen a bad situation, and they want to try to make it better, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this situation, they thought it would be funny to
Mhm.
take them down a notch. You see what I'm
Because
saying?
we already see that he ain't make it first, he ain't make the second, and your daddy talking, and they laughing. So
Yeah.
he feel, oh, you know what? I'm finna make it funnier.
Yeah.
We finna let me go
Yeah.
get this real quick.
Yeah, Dad, let me see your phone for a second,
We finna go viral.
right? And think about this, because it's quick to get you. Who a parent, even in any position, whether you're the president, you know, say whatever, who you quick to give your phone to? Your wife and your kids.
Man, my kids know my password, but I don't know what it is. They quit to get my phone.
Right?
Like,
So-
mom, let me see your phone real quick. But then ask to see their phones. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they want to let you see theirs.
Yeah. What you
Yeah.
want for, mom?
Yeah. And that's why I don't give my kids my phone.
I know mine's too, but I don't want to go in their phone.
Now, this is what I told
I'm
my
just
daughters,
scared.
right? When they was here. I said, I don't mind giving my passcode, but if you see something in my phone, don't question me.
Yeah, that's my
I don't have anything in
biggest
my
trauma.
phone.
I have a lot.
I'm
Hey,
good.
I have stuff in my phone, and I like to tell them, if you go in my gallery or whatever you see, shut your mouth. You grown now. I'm grown and I'm grown. Don't question me.
I
So
don't have that.
because see what I'm not gonna do. I don't have little babies. I'm not even
I don't
raising
have
shit on
little
my phone.
babies,
So I'm not
but
raising
I
nothing
just
on my
look
phone.
at it like I don't put things in my. I don't have anything in my phone. I don't, what? And like, what if I, God forbid, I lose my phone or I mean, I
If
have a
lose my
code on
phone,
it,
they
but
gonna see Joe
still.
Lockett likes this or Joe Lockett did this, and I don't give a damn. That's what I did.
Now don't go to my cloud.
I
That's where we ain't
I
gonna
got face
go.
recognition on that, boy. You ain't getting in nothing.
You know, because you know you can delete some off. I know with Apple, you can delete some off your phone, like a phone number, and then the person called. This might be. Bitch, shut up! I deleted the person. That cloud.
You
can't
know,
touch
I
my
saw
cloud.
something today.
Don't-
and I've
don't
seen
touch
this
my
a couple times,
cloud.
but I want to ask you something. If I call your phone right now, right? What would my name pop up as?
Yeah.
No. Because I saw this.
So are you saying okay? So
I saw this on a podcast. Or I don't know. What
I would change. Okay, so like the guy who I thought was really nasty, and his name is Nasty Ass Dude in my phone. I have a guy in there that's called Crazy Ass ML. We have different
Right.
names for people.
So if you meet somebody in the beginning, like, because sometimes people have your name and your
Maybe.
job description.
I
and
have a
whatever,
maybe.
Right. They have your job description on it, right? So
No.
the people were saying like, So if I've been friends with you for 5 years, I know you met me. I was the reporter or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But then I call you and I see my name in your phone,
Shit, it's
and I still will
probably
pop up.
still
And
there.
you're like,
It's
did
probably
we
still
not
there.
evolve as friends? You
I'm
know?
not, you know what? But the thing is, you don't think about those type people. Like you, Joe Lockett. You Joe.
Right.
You're not Joe Lockett to me.
Nephew, what you got me in your phone as?
Mr. Lockett.
Right. Because it's the people that, okay, I don't think enough. Now, if you do so, foul ass nigga. You know, like, that's when we go in and change it.
See, I
Like,
got you in my phone as DNISE.
and see, but people,
I got you in my phone as nephew and Cliff.
no,
Okay.
it just, but you don't change
Because you was
nothing.
Cliff when I first met you,
Mhm.
and then you became nephew. So I think it's Cliff and then nephew. or
His
nephew and
name is in there.
Cliff.
Cliff.
Yeah.
A matter of fact, I think it's Cliff Radio.
Right, see, that's what I was saying in the description
Mine's
part of
But you
Cliff
still-
Radio.
Yeah,
That's
radio.
crazy.
Because
So-
I know another.
So
but
y'all do this little exercise with your kids,
people already
with
do
your
it.
friends.
Oh,
right?
believe me, especially women.
Call your friends and let me see your phone and see what they got you in there.
No,
with.
I'm gonna tell y'all what happened real quick. So I had a, I think it was a, my housewarming.
Uh-huh.
God, please don't let him. I'm gonna have to make sure this don't post on my page. I'm gonna have to block him.
Cake, I got you in my name as
So-
Cake too.
So,
Hey, Cake.
what had happened was my friend. I'm like, man, he crazy. He was in my phone as crazy as MF. So I'm outside,
What?
crazy as MF.
That's what you got in your phone as?
Not now, but yeah. So I put him in there as that, and I totally forgot. Well, fast forward, I'm outside in the back with guests. I had guests in the
Oh.
house.
Oh, Lord.
So I had it on my Alexa, my Echo. It announced who would call my phone. So I go in the house. I'm coming out the back, and I'm going in the house. My dad and them all in there, and the guy, and he's my friend, but you know, he's standing there. So everybody's kind of quiet and they looking at me, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you? Y'all in here drinking, eating up?" And so a girl named, my friend of mine named Andrea, church minister, she said, somebody called you. Is it crazy?
Church family at the house.
I'm trying to hold it in. Please, Lord, don't let him see this. He's standing there. He got the look on his face like, he said, I just called you. I said, oh, okay, well, I don't know where my phone at. They said, well, it came up as crazy as MF. He said, I'm the only one who just called. So it was Nelsie. And so he knew what he was in my phone as. I was like, no, you had to be calling at the same time somebody else. God.
Oh, you just lying.
Oh,
Oh, you
you
just
tried it.
lying.
You
Oh,
tried.
you just lying trying to cover it up.
You
You're a
tried it.
liar. So, no. My dad like, yeah, he was calling. My dad messed his hell. He was like, yeah, he was calling. He came up with crazy ass MF because you know he said
Yeah.
crazy ass MF is calling. Y'all. And then I accidentally about a month ago, the guy who I used to date, because I stopped because he was nasty. He's nasty. He's just nasty, and I couldn't
You
do
got
it.
dirty bed sheets?
So he asked me something, and I said I already answered that, and so I screenshot it and sent it to him.
Oh, and it had this thing at the top. Oh, you know
Who?
something? Technology gets you fucked up.
I don't care. On that one, he said, "Who is crazy? Who is nasty ass dude?" I said, "You." That's so childish. I know it's not, but okay. That's childish. Not cleaning your sheets or cleaning out your toilet. Anyway, yeah. But I still do
Man,
it.
I was
Or
saying,
we'll meet a dude and it be in like fine ass, or it'll say fine ass
Hey, Kate.
Publix.
Hey, Shar, everybody, hey, what I'm in your phone as, Cake? Because I got Cake in my phone as Cake VA.
Somebody in there is Cake.
In your
Oh, actually, I
Yeah, my
had
phone-
I
my
had
phone-
Kenya. No, I had Kenya in my phone as Kenya, and in parentheses Cake.
Okay, I got Cake in my phone as Cake, and it got VA because she's the one when she came onto the show. She talked to me about my veteran benefits.
yeah, I
You
think
don't know
I
about
think
your
I got
veteran
Miss.
benefits?
Shar said I ain't got your phone number.
I think
Huh?
I got Chef
You
Pickett's
don't know
his
about your
velvet
veteran
cakes too.
benefits?
I didn't know about my. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm gonna send
Oh
Cake
my
business.
God.
If you're a veteran on this show, right?
Ooh.
And
Call me.
you don't know, are you eligible about getting your benefits, right? Y'all need to follow Cake She knows how to instruct veterans on how to get their benefits.
It's so much.
But she's
Ooh, I
when
had
I
to
say
learn
she's
this.
an
It's so much.
expert at what she does, right? And she's really good. She came onto the show probably about a year ago, and she just talked about, are you a veteran? I know her from Adam, right? And she linked. I said, I talked to you after the show. I talked to her in my inbox. I met her on TikTok. But when I say this woman broke down everything about the VA and what you need to go do, right, and how to go do it, like everybody tell you some stuff, but Cake was able to walk me through with as the Beavis and Butthead, like I needed to, and how to dot the I's and cross the T's. And I'm still going through the process, but I have got so much further in this process now because of Cake. So if you're a veteran on this show, right, or there's a veteran that wants to get his benefits, right?
Or if there's a veteran who wants to marry me. Go ahead.
I don't see. So you put that bullshit in there.
No,
Okay.
that's not bullshit.
But I'm
I
gonna say this
I want
here.
to share in the benefits.
Get in Cake's inbox. Let her know that you heard about it on the Joe Lockett show. But I'm gonna say this because I don't want nothing from it. But there are a lot of people that are scamming veterans, right? Cake is not that person. I can go out there and honestly say she is not that person. I'm on this platform saying it, right? She knows how to instruct veterans what to do, where to go, and who to talk to, right? So if you're a veteran, because I'm very passionate about my veterans, because I'm a veteran, right? There are things out there that you don't know that you are entitled to because you served your country, right? And there are things from your I'm not just saying disability, but I'm just saying, getting your house and a whole lot of other things, a myriad of things that Kate is very well. When I say, y'all, listen to me. When I say she's very well versed, she can break this shit down and quote damn section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do this, what error?
I do want you to connect me to her.
Okay, I connect.
Like for real.
Yeah.
But I learned a
she's
hell
that
of a
good.
lot.
She's that good. Yeah.
I didn't have to, but I love when I work with a lot of veterans when it comes to homes, and I learned a hell of a lot about benefits.
When I say she is, listen, I don't brag on people, right? But I got further with Cake in 1 month than it took me working with other people for 3 to 4 goddamn years, right?
And it's sad because I feel that, we supposed to salute you. You fight for your country. When you're done, I feel that they should give you every resource to know what you have, and they don't.
No, listen what I'm telling you. People don't tell you the truth.
I hate that.
People don't understand the system. All the thing I'm saying is,
my Lord.
Cake, I don't know how she does it, what she does, right? But she schooled me and say, this is what you do. And number one, you got to have your DD-214. Okay, if you're a veteran, you know that you got to have your DD-214, right?
Mhm.
Right? You got to have that, right?
Mhm.
And you got to trust her. I'm saying, damn it, trust her. She will lead you in the right direction, to get you in the right direction, to show you what you need to do. Cake is the lady, and she have paid me for no sponsorship on this, but follow her, get with her, and if you're a vet, she would definitely help you understand how to get and what you are able to get as a veteran, and she's going to teach the skin to you. Huh? No, she. I don't know where Cake lives at. I think she's in Seattle, or no, but she does. She did everything with me via. She did it through a phone call, and also she did it with me through Zoom. But when I gave her the information, she was able to tell me certain. She said, "Well, go look at this. Go talk to this person." Let me just say this: Cake is a dessert that every veteran needs. Let me just say that. And I'm saying that in a way of military bearing, military honor, that she honored the vets, but she wants to help us get our benefits of what we actually deserve and work for. So go ahead and follow my girl Cake, man. I love everything she does. I love everything about her. And thank you for helping our veterans, get what they actually deserve, baby girl. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
And
she said she lives in Georgia. Okay, so she lives in Georgia.
Georgia?
She lives in
Oh,
ATL.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to connect with her.
I'll connect you with her.
And if you are in the state of Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, Florida, if you know your benefits, you want to use that to purchase a house, give me a call.
Yes, seriously. And I got this house here before I met Cake. I have to get Lisa McClellan my mortgage lady, the credit for this.
Yeah, VA. You used to
This house, this studio that y'all living in,
100%.
I got this house through VA.
VA.
And I'm gonna tell you, I had to put down no down payment.
Yes, 100%.
Right. The VA took care of everything for me. And this is before I started working with, but I had got into the VA system a little from the little stuff that I knew because nobody was telling me the truth about everything. But I was able to get my VA benefits for my VA for my house here, right? And so if you're a vet, and then this is something that I learned from Kate, that if you get disability for 100%, right? You are tax free now, right? Listen to what I said. And I didn't know this about when you get VA benefits. I didn't know the money you get from VA is tax free.
Well, let me also say this too: if you are disabled, whether you're vet or not, 100%. Also, no property tax.
No property. That's the other thing she told me. No property tax. Yeah.
And if you have student loans,
it's all taken care of.
100% that disability.
Yeah.
That's forgiven.
Yeah.
But there is a process to that. But there is so much out here, and especially when it comes
she's
to
putting it on here now. Free property tax exemption, free dental, education.
And if you're not 100%, there's also a prorated amount. So it still won't be like the full, but it's a lot of benefits that's for VA, definitely.
And she said she's on here. She said I deal with vets all over the globe. Right.
I like
that. So it's
I like that.
I'm gonna say this. She said, now I'm gonna say this to you, Kate. She said it's easier than you think, but I'm gonna say you make it easier because you think for us. You know what to do, right? Because again, and let me say this to vets. When you've served your country, I felt like this. You deserve everything that you worked for because you served your country. Don't think because you see somebody that's in a worse condition than you are that you're going to save that money or you don't need it because it's for somebody else. Because that's the way I was thinking, right? But once I started to understand, like, bruh, you went to Desert Storm, bruh. You suffer with PTSD, bro. You have these issues, but you're not. But you're going through life and you're suffering with these things, right? But you have something that you already served for that should be helping you pay for your medication, paying for your counseling, and all this other stuff. When I was doing all that stuff myself,
you were paying for it.
I was going through it my way. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
wow.
But you don't know that.
No.
You don't know that. So when I got with Kate, right, she was like, "Well, this is what we're gonna do," and then she laid out. Everybody's plan is different. So I'm gonna let her be her expertise on that. But she got with me and she talked with me and she said, okay, this is what we need to go do. She went back and she talked to me about a couple of things. And again, I'm not gonna go through my process because my process was my process with Kate. What I tell anybody to do is get in contact with her and you find out what your process needs to be with her. Because she will help you and she will give you information and she will guide you definitely in the right direction. Okay. And I'm telling you, and she will go back and help your granddad, your uncle, anybody that's in the VA system right now. Trust me, she's the girl to do. And I don't go out and really go out on a limb like that, but when I saw her, I wanted to give her props for all the, man, let me say this. Doctors talk to me now because of Kate. You know what I'm saying? I'm being seen now for some things because of what she actually was able to get me onto. And she stays, the people that she worked with, she stay on you as long as you trust her process, right? She stays on you to make sure that you're doing, because she really, one thing I gotta say about this young lady, she cares about vets. I don't know why she cares about them because she's not a vet herself, but she really cares about vets.
Because they're not treated fairly. They're not treated right.
This is a woman that came off of TikTok that watched the show one day, right? And I would say TikTok has been a very beautiful thing for me. Right, but thank you, Kate, for all that you do for all the vets around the world, and I want to give you, baby girl, a shout out for everything you've done for me and my family. I appreciate you. And with that being said, y'all, hey, we're gonna end that note on that right there. And we haven't had a Candace J moment on the show, but that is Kate, the book that she wrote on this show. But we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Tomorrow is the Thursday mix with Monique and Reese. They got an exciting show lined up, and they got somebody on the show that look like they family to me. I don't know who they are. But you guys stay locked in for that. Denise, what we got coming up on your show next week, baby? On your show.
Women.
Yeah, Women Wednesday.
We got women.
That's all you're gonna say?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got women coming up, y'all. All right. You guys stay locked in. We will see you guys tomorrow on the Thursday Mix.